Yo, we hell no, I ain't showing no damn raccoon face, nigga. All right, hold on. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, fuck, hold on. Hold on. Get up in here, man. To excuse my view, I know I'm just pointing at the wall because I ain't trying to show outside right now. But this ain't going to be a long video, but I want to talk about perceptions, understanding where our world views, our overall conscious awareness of the world that we're in, right? And understanding why we see things the way we see it. And this goes for everything, whether you in a dream, right? Whether you high, are you on some type of drug, psychedelic, if you in any altered state of consciousness or state of being, regardless of whatever you did to get there, whatever you did, whatever's going on, and how you got there. Um, Especially with drugs though, and just anything that puts you in a higher perception of fear, reality, or dimensional point of view. Like, that's why I say when you high is a big one. So understanding our perceptions, right? So we're in the third dimension, right? As beings, we're in the third dimension. We talk about the 1 and 2 dimension. Those are like the cells that live within us, and the bacteria, the cells. You got bigger, so it's like blood cells, sperm cells, things that are in the atmosphere that are smaller than us. The reason why we see life the way we is now with third dimensional, that's the third dimensional is an actual frame, and that's a field of vision of seeing. Shout out to Clips, man. Stay along for the journey, bro. We got a good video today, man. Appreciate it, man. Y'all go follow some Clips. The reason why we see things the way we see now is because we're in third dimensional bodies, aka we have third dimensional brains, third dimensional minds at the moment. So we see things from a third dimensional point of view. Now, when you smoke weed, well, I ain't gonna say well, weed is strong. We can get up there too, but any drug like especially psychedelics, mushrooms, DMT, anything like that. The reason why it seems like it's so much more broader and bigger is because when we talk about the higher levels and dimensions like that, like that's why you call it getting high. When you get it ascending or you going into a big, that's ascending and high is just you getting bigger, more broader awareness, aka you're in a bigger world. And so the reason why it seems like it's much more intense, which it is compared to your reality, but the reason why it seems like that so much and it seems so much bigger, broader, and more intense is because it's a higher, it's a broader world of realm of reality that you in. Like when you're on DMT or when you deep in the mushroom, especially when you deepen into it and you go actually into it and you go beyond the veil in that sense. The reason why it seems so much broader and bigger is because it is a bigger world. It's higher dimensional than yours, so it's broader. It's more awareness. What you gotta understand is it only seems so much bigger to you is because you're in the third dimension. But if you was born out into that world, like say you died, passed away, whatever, you ascended and went into that world, you went into that bigger vessel, that higher vessel, that broader awareness, that higher dimension, then you will accumulate and get into a body where that world seems normal. Just like you are here. You're in the third dimension now, and you're not like, whoa, I'm in the third dimension. Whoa. It's just like, okay, you're living, this is normal to you, and whatever you have to do, everybody at different points and journeys, but wherever you at in your life, and whatever you got to develop and accumulate, then that's where you are in your life. But it's not like you looking at it like, oh my gosh, I'm here, whoa. It's just normal to you. This is the way of life. This is what you in. This is the way of living. And so it's going to be that same exact way when you go when you get born and when you ascend into higher vessels, the higher realms of realities, and you die and your spirit become big enough and you ascend to higher vessels, aka fourth dimensional, fifth, sixth dimensional, seven higher levels of life. these are broader rivers of life, and that the energy do overwhelm us. That energy up there is broader than us, but it's only doing that because we're in a smaller vessel at the moment. But if we died and went in those worlds, it would be normal. It wouldn't be so extreme. Like, oh my gosh, I'm here now. You're not looking at it like that. You're just it's normal to you, just like it's normal for you to be in this human vessel, 3D vessel now. It's no different. Um, so basically, overall, the reason why it seems overwhelming or intense when you're on mushroom DMT, or when you're in a higher reality, or you real high, or you on some drug and you tap it into the spirit realm or the astral world and you deep into it, the reason why it seems so much stronger, overwhelming, is because it is compared to our dimension, only because we're in the third dimension. We have third dimensional minds. So you gotta think you got a third dimensional mind. You take all this fourth, fifth, sixth dimensional energy and it gets thrown and washed at you. It's gonna overwhelm you because you're only at a certain state of seeing things. But once you get born into that world, you're not it's not looked at like that, like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming me, because you're gonna equip a mind and a body that can handle that, aka a mind and a body that is that is normal, that takes that. See what I'm saying? It's like if you take an ant compared to us, an ant don't got the brain mechanism, or a fly or mosquito don't have a brain mechanism to see things in the perception that we see things. So if you took that conscious awareness and you threw that into an ant body, or you threw that into, it will overwhelm the ant, because that body and mind can't take that type of, because it's too bigger and broader. But it's not because it's like, oh, well, what we in now is just so scary. And, oh. No, we ain't got third dimensional bodies. We got born into this reality third dimensionally, so we don't see it no different. We're used to it. We got the brain to comprehend and handle these waves and energies to the point where it seemed that it's normal to us. But like I said, if you threw that to a smaller insect or germ cell, whatever, it would overwhelm it. The same way how you take fifth dimension energy and throw it on you from a mindset, it will overwhelm you. Those feelings and emotions and thought forms and waves, causes will be much more broader to you, and could wipe you to an extent. You see what I'm saying? So that's all that is, and that's why people be on drugs. It's like that because really, it's just you don't. It's not nothing scary. The only reason why you're looking at it scary now is because you're still in the third dimension with a third dimensional mind. But if you was born out into the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh, and higher dimensions in those realms, you wouldn't look at it as scary, because you would be in a realm of reality where you'd be born to have that fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth dimensional brain for that to be normal. You will be born into a higher dimensional body and brain and mind where that would be normal to you. So you know what I'm saying? That's big enough where it would be normal to you. So you would look at it the same way how you look at it now, like the same way you just chilling now. You looking at different things. You living life. That's how you would look at it there. It would be no different, and you would live life in whatever sphere or realm of reality that. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That you in. You see what I'm saying? That's how that play out. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Much love to y'all, man. I'm glad y'all stayed along for the ride. Understand today's knowledge. I will be dipping out of here. If y'all have any questions, hit me up in the comment section or on the live. Shout out to Yemi Tony. Shout out to Maria Polarity. Shout out to Lucero Gomez. All that, bro. All right, we're gonna be coming with new knowledge now.